Hello, my name is Maria Fernanda, and I'm the host of IOScholarships Superheroes podcast.
Easy, easy, so easy.
This podcast is only a 10-minute podcast that highlights the best kept secret of IO scholars, job recruiters, and community influencers. And most importantly, we want to provide you financial resources to go to college debt free and become financially savvy. So I want to welcome Christian Jensen. He's the director of institutional giving for the Society of Manufacturing Engineers Education Foundation, and he's committed to growing and diversifying our nation's skilled manufacturing workforce pipeline. So we have a very aligned mission with IO Scholarship. Thank you so much, Christian, for being part of our podcast.
Well, thank you, Maria. It's great to be a part of the podcast and share a little bit about our work.
Yeah, so first of all, I met Philip through the National Scholarship Providers Association conference. We were presenters there, and I'm very interested about your organization because you guys actually provide millions of dollars for underrepresented students in STEM. So it's very commendable, your organization and your mission. Tell me a little bit more about, with affirmative action, it's so important that organizations such as SME provide scholarships for students in STEM. So tell us a little bit more about the initiatives that you are passionate about to actually increase the diverse STEM pipeline that this economy needs.
Absolutely. And it really comes back to breaking down financial barriers and creating access points. I'll tell you a little bit about, just briefly, why this is so important. Because of the GI Bill, because of my grandfather, who was the family was Danish immigrants, because of the GI Bill after World War II, he was able to go to RIT and change the trajectory of our family's life forever. So he went from being a dirt poor farmer to a skilled manufacturing professional because of that access, because of that barrier being broken down. And it's not different than what we're doing at the SME Education Foundation. So our board 2 years ago said, actually almost 3 years ago, said, we really need to make the manufacturing sector look like our country. So they invested $2 million of their own funds into what we call the McPhail Scholarship Initiative, named after one of our late board presidents. And this initiative is really aimed at getting more young people of color, getting more young women, the access through breaking down financial barriers to a great education, to well-paying jobs. And this initiative is different because we are looking at not just scholarships, but we're looking at the whole student, and we're looking at connecting them with folks already in the manufacturing sector through mentorships, through true partnerships with corporate partners, foundations, and individuals. So we're really excited about the dynamic and multidimensional approach we're taking to scholarships.
Well, that's what caught my attention about your organization, because you don't only offer access to scholarships and financial aid, but also you offer mentorship and internship opportunities that are so important for students.
Yeah, and that's really one of the value propositions that SMA brings to the table. The SMA Education Foundation is a distinct 501c3 organization, but we're part of a larger 501c3 organization with 15,000 members across the globe in the manufacturing sector. So it's while it's specialized to manufacturing, the networking potential is unlimited with SME. And that's really cool when you think about just the global reach that our students will have just by being a scholarship recipient. But they're not just scholarship recipients.
Visit IO Scholarships, as we have access to thousands of STEM scholarships based on your unique ethnic background, waiting for you today. Some of them only require 2.5 GPA and no essay. Remember, the more you apply, the more chances you have to win. Apply today. Well, also your role is so important in terms of securing grants and opportunities for this organization and connecting with corporations and also other foundations that they embrace diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I always said, we have to build this diverse STEM pipeline that this economy needs. Otherwise, companies will be affected. We will be leaving trillions of dollars in the table because we need this skilled talent. And you guys are taking the leadership role to not only provide access to financial aid and opportunities with scholarships, but also mentorship opportunities. So again, I think that your role is so important, and you are very passionate about helping students and underrepresented students in STEM. You have been actually a board member, and you had a role in organizations such as the Salvation Army, Our Lady of Mercy School. So you have been very involved with causes that really touch underrepresented students. And tell us a little bit about, when I spoke with Philip, there was again a challenge of applicants that, in terms of applying for scholarship for community college, sometimes because of the cost of education, like students have to start with community college. So tell us a little bit about your role in helping students, that want to pursue, instead of a traditional university, a community college.
And that's really where Philip and I collaborate the most, is connecting our supporters. So we have a broad coalition of supporters, and it takes a diverse team of individuals, whether it be corporate, foundation, or individual people, and connecting their resources as donors to the students. And it comes down to relationships, Maria. It is all about how can we build not just transactional things where we're awarding scholarships, but Philip works so closely with folks at the community college level and in four-year schools, but also women and minority trade organizations, getting into communities where we know we can move the needle, and bridging long-term relationships, not just awarding scholarships. And we do that with our donors as well. We illustrate to our supporters, to our friends, that everything we do is about impact. And you mentioned the trillions of dollars of economic impact just in the manufacturing sector. I just saw the updated numbers from Deloitte. It's over $2 trillion, which is it's staggering. And that's the manufacturing sector. It's funny. I was and talking about relationships, talking about partnerships. We were launching a prime school, one of our other signature programs in Troy, Michigan on Friday. And I was talking to one of the large manufacturing equipment manufacturers, and he said, he was saying that just in their book of business, if we had a fully staffed manufacturing sector, it would be about 30%, which translates to nearly, it was close to $750 million just for this one smaller company. So while the numbers are astonishing, think about family-run businesses that are also suffering because we don't have a fully staffed manufacturing sector. So to go back to your question, it really comes back to where can we build relationships? And it's not just with funders, and it's not just with scholarship recipients. It's across different areas, whether it be academia or industry. And students, most importantly, because they're why we're here. We're here to ensure that these students have the best path to success. They've got the financial peace of mind, and we're doing everything we can to launch them on their way to a prosperous career, which will then in turn address some of these workforce challenges. But again, it's a broad coalition that's going to address these issues. We're not going to do it alone. And if an organization says they can, they're lying. We've got to work together. And we also have to look at organizations that may be potentially looked at as competitors for donor dollars or for scholarship applicants and say, no, we're going to be collaborative. We're going to solve these issues together. And that's where we found a lot of success, is working with foundations and also using foundations that have supported, and other funders that have supported the SME Education Foundation to be conveners. So putting us in touch with community colleges in a manufacturing-rich area, and encouraging applicants. We really want to build those cross-functional collaborations.
Well, IO Scholarships is here to support you because together we will be building a diverse STEM pipeline that, again, this economy needs. And thank you for supporting the innovators of the future and for being part of our show during your vacation time. So we really appreciate your commitment to the cause.
Absolutely, Maria. It's a lot of fun chatting with you, and great to have IO as a partner, and looking forward to great things to come.
Will do, and we will connect afterwards when you come back from vacation. Thank you so much, Christian.
Thank you, Maria. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.